Oh, Irish Vikings to kick off.
Hold here.
Happening.
The ref has got to change his shirt.
All right, it's got to look good for the cameras, right enough. I'll give you that, Ben. Of course he has, because he looks pretty like David was.
The referee's taking his top off. Nothing you can do fight about by the looks of it. Such an event.
Because it looked a bit too much like the Irish Vikings. Now it looks a bit like the Tiger strip. But as I say, the referee has got the last word, so he's wearing the right shirt there. Vikings kick off. Tigers have the ball. Great footwork, great offload, coming away from the touchline and ripped. Tackled without the ball. Playing on. I think we're getting the referee's mic through our What I won't do is what these silly commentators do in the British television. I'm sorry if you overheard the bad language. Who cares? Physical as we anticipated. I think that's a minute and a quarter ball in play. Folk will be taking deep breaths.
Yeah, I mean, it's take the Irish Vikings probably a nice try here just to settle things down for them.
Tigers' defences look solid through the middle. Let's see how we go here. Oh, Ben, if they weren't blowing a minute or two, they're blowing now, because that is just crash, bosh, bosh, drop, kick, pant, pant.
Taking it quickly as well. Yeah, it was a bit of a... I think Irish Vikings have said they just need to move the ball a bit. They're going to burn themselves out if they try and play like that.
Coming back in the same line, back into forwards, getting smashed.
Tigers will like that.
Tell you what, coconut water's got the same rule as anything that's really healthy. They taste very nice.
Something a bit stronger to just top it up.
Oh, rolling maul from the Vikings. Fairly efficient. I think the Tigers got away with that, actually. I think the big forward on this side came in just in front of the ball, killed it, but it's turned over. As you say, you want the Irish Vikings to stay away from contact, so they've gone for the rolling maul, Ben. Obviously you've got a friend called Bill, if I remember, you used to see it on television. Number 2, a Barrett, one of the Barrett families. That's the younger Barrett. He's not got the shape of some of the rest of them, but the next one in the dynasty.
Yeah, well, he'll certainly run through brick walls, that's for sure. Yeah, it's certainly not as quick as some of the other games at the moment, but as I said before, I think there needs to be a score here just to settle things.
Go. The referee should just blow for them all before he's strangled.
So it can't. It's not deemed a maul because there's only
one of him.
There's only one of him.
Of course.
So
yeah.
you can't call them all, but that's good by the Vikings because they reacted in the right way, which is it's not rather than just stand there and hold him, actually be proactive and get him out of the field of play.
Oh, really quick thinking there, Tigers player. Tell you what, they've absorbed a lot of pressure here. If they can come back and get into the game, you would start to fancy them.
Either team just holding on to the ball currently, just kind of tit for tat with turnovers.
I wasn't even sure it was out of the ruck there with the Tigers ball. The Irish come round and took it, and that is a disaster.
I could see what he was trying to do, but it didn't quite happen the way he wanted it to.
But, as you say, he's doing a bit of a Finn Russell. He's doing it with a big smile on his face.
I think he was trying to do the reverse banana into touch.
Oh, Tigers' chance to get some ball, nearly. Just then, that's how it goes. That offload, I think, was the best piece of play we've seen so far, and then the lad spilled it coming through. Let me know if I'm keeping you awake, Ben. The thing about Hong Kong when you come here, ladies and gentlemen, there's all the work during the day, and then there's things that go on at night. There was a huge dinner last night for the Doddy Weir Foundation. A few other things. I think I heard that Big Doddy himself was out at 5:30 this morning with his son still, so which is a phenomenal effort on his behalf. But
it's a fantastic effort.
It might be that Ben was looking after him if I was to speculate, because he's just hit that little jet lag period here.
I have.
I'll try to keep you entertained with some total irrelevancies in between times, okay?
Well, I think this game is...
You think it's part and parcel of the reason you're feeling a bit sleepy, Ben?
No, it's... we could do with a bit of excitement, though, in this game currently.
We could do. We could maybe... something resembling a line break and a catch would help. And there we are, as if asking. Kick ahead. Horrible bounce. The real noticeable bit with that when he kicked the head over there was that the 2'6" tall ball boy was outpacing both players who were chasing the ball. You see him over there on the far side, tiny wee lad. As he kicked the head, he was going faster than they were chasing the ball. That's good step. They get some quick ball here.
That's great.
Penalty. Chance for the Tigers to poke it in the corner. Last play of the half, maybe get a try.
And
Meanwhile, symbolising this one, full semi-final, Rugby, Irish Vikings, a game here. The second to keep away in this first half.
really has been a bit of a stalemate, hasn't it?
It has been, yeah.
Be good to.
An awful lot of effort going into not creating too much at the moment, Ben. But, you know, yeah, I suppose good defences are good defences. You know, if you don't do anything to unlock them, you just get tired immediately. And by the way, if they keep playing like this, there'll be a couple of silly tries in the second half because folk will just be too tired. Clean line out off the top for the Tigers. Carry through the middle of this. Try time.
Go.
And that's it, the breakthrough for the Tigers.
And honestly, off first base play, very straightforward, but
Yeah, they've created that well, a bit of movement, which is something we've not seen in the game today. What we need to see more of is we've got to see more movement. Both teams have just been kind of running straight up the guts.
Well, the thing that made different there actually is he didn't run straight into the opposition.
Whistle goes, Tiger Rugby 7, Irish Vikings.
Well, haven't they? It's just time for you to catch your breath after talking incessantly in that first half there, Ben.
Yeah, I might have a quick 40 winks and then we'll be all right.
We'll try and keep you. We'll talk about something slightly different, Ben. Are you out at the Rugby World Cup in Japan?
To be decided. I'd like to. I definitely would love to get out there. I played in Japan, so I know the environment pretty well. But not currently anything finalised just yet.
Yeah, well, I'm going for Scotland Ireland, a one-match trip. A lot of Scottish folk taking biscuits with me because, believe it or not, I'm vegetarian in Japan. Don't work very well, but no, I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to 6 Northern Hemisphere. I mean, we always know that half of everyone's eyes are where New Zealand are and where they're coming to. Wales have come out of Westfield, haven't they?
I think with the way that the games have been going this year, it's setting up to be a very competitive World Cup, you know, which is what we want, you know. And the fact that Wales took out the Six Nations has really opened it up. I'm quite excited for it.
They've done it with a team that actually, I mean, when Jones in the last Lions tour, there was some criticism time he's passed it. He's had an immense season, and they've done it with what looked like some second string choices coming into the team who have totally, you would never have picked that back row a year ago for Wales. Well, Tipperick I would always pick, but maybe not the other two. It's really good.
It's obviously the recipe of the culture that they obviously have within their team, you know, that the players are playing to their potential.
There we go. Then we've got the great worry for the Scots that the English are looking quite good at times, you know, but I'll rely upon somebody to save the day for me. Here we go then, Tigers to kick off, 7-0 up, 10 minutes to go. Riveting stuff. Oh, great take. There you go. Great forward football. Quick ball.
And I feel like they should be using the full width of the field here. There's an opportunity to use the blind side as opposed to just run up into 3 or 4 players.
They've got some players, they've got some quick players, you know, with some pretty quick feet on them, and they're not playing to that strength, they're not playing off it, they're just coming in, one-off runners, charging into opposition, looking to get an offload, but it's not really working.
Tiger will lap that up. From a defensive perspective, they need to start being tested.
Shanghai fans, pretty confused here, I think, about where they're from, but having a great day.
Something's got to happen for Vikings soon because they seem to be a bit out of ideas. Oh, and he's dropped that.
Again, really bunched, really not offering. No one's offering up any options of a line or anything that's actually going to start moving this defence.
Started on the first 2 or 3 minutes up in that corner, coming in the cutback, same line all the time, and now they're not even doing that now. It's just straight up. There's no deception. Hey, look, if the coaches can get the message on, they've got the talented players. They've got to do something different.
I think both teams have got to get a little bit more inventive at the moment.
Tigers will take this, won't they? 7-0. I think they can play this kind of rugby all day. Well, I thought that was quite harsh as well, but there's a couple of the Vikings players looking over at the bench, looking a wee bit like, what do we do here? Actually, maybe he's having another. Let's do a bit of Bing Crosby here, accentuate the positives.
Well, I mean, the positives are that the Irish defence held strong there.
Yeah.
But it's, just silly little errors really that really stagnate your game.
Both teams have played far better rugby than this on the way through the tournament. I don't know, just... To touch. I must admit, I thought the Viking player knocked the player on the ball on the far side, but he called it back. And that's, I can't remember the lad's name. It's number 6. He's been their star all tournament. He's been ranging wide. He's quick. Featherstone or something like that. I'm not quite sure. Yeah. Could be space here because there's about 8 in the ruck. He's quick, he is quick. Not quickly enough, well, hey, they did something to break it up, Ben, made it a bit different.
Yeah, I mean, it all stemmed from the player at the back of the breakdown. He's not got his head up, not looking at what options are there, and he's got up. He's just automatically gone to the right, and the option was just to move the ball straight to the left, which in the end just left no other option but to kick the ball through.
I think half of these his head's down, mind you, is the rucks are just a melee. Everyone's throwing themselves in, and it's just get the ball away. I've got a wee take here. Irish will shove them off this scrum.
Yep.
It's not mentioned your name, Ben, there. They're talking about this Rugby Legends game, not mention your name.
It was one of the earlier names.
Oh,
here we go.
Going through this is on. Great defence by the turf, as they say. Well, I thought that was the wrong option, Ben, but he's nearly got away with it. That was a swinging arm on the ground there for the Viking.
He's played on. Oh, ref. Well, certainly seeing Tiger now with a little bit of fire in them.
You must admit, they had 8 players lined up this way when that guy cut back.
Sometimes when there is a hole, but is the hole the right option, or is it just to move the ball? Because there's always more than one bit of space on the field.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, sometimes you can just pick the wrong hole. Actually, Ben, you're quite right.
You certainly can.
Here we go, Tigers. This could put the game to bed. It's crossing. Yeah.
Oh, that's cruel.
It didn't really need to happen.
No.
No.
Again, he's picked the wrong hole. He's just too early there, really. There's no need for it to happen. I mean, they had enough to score the try without having to get themselves into that position.
Well, if our call for the winner of this game is going to happen, it's going to have to happen very quickly, because frankly, the Vikings haven't looked like scoring.
I'm surprised actually. They really haven't kind of up the ante. I mean, it looks like there's a few tired faces out there. Maybe it's just the mass of the hard work on day one and where they're at day two.
Well, he's picked the Tigers jumper up, and I'll tell you what, that big number 1's been the star of the Tigers team. Really, that's pretty athletic for a big boy.
Yeah, that was a great steal, and then he's certainly got some toe on him, isn't he?
Yeah, it's that. I think it's that US athleticism we're talking about. You know, he's a big boy, but he's not a big frontler. He's got a bit of athleticism about him. Sad thing is, he probably found himself 4 inches too small all the way around for American football.
See that when you see a lot of them move, you see that there's a lot of, they've still got the American footballism in them, because they're very kind of learnt specific movement pattern.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, just been taught to be athletes. I was outside Murrayfield before the Scotland-Wales game, and I was watching. It was obviously a club game on in the side pitch, and there was a lad who was 5 times the size of me with a Gateway belly, and I'm just watching it, and a scrum formed, and he was on the wing, and I just stopped an old couple that were watching it and said, "Have you ever seen anything like that?" And the old fellow had just stopped for it. He says, "I couldn't believe it either." A game for all, rugby, a game for all. Yeah.
Last 30 seconds here. I think that was the all-important score there from Tiger.
I think Big Andy Douglas will be leading the singing soon. Oh, look at that. See, it finally threw it. Well, that sums it up, doesn't it?
That pretty much explains their day.
And the Tigers have taken it quickly. Why, one asks, but they have, yeah.
I'll just kick it out.
Ben, biggest smile on your face all day. Ball goes out, end of game.
That was a good decision, that one.
That was a good decision,
No, that was, they obviously, those two teams, looking tired, but they've stuck at it, and Tigers move forward.
And they just cancelled each other out. Yeah, for huge parts of the game.
Well, thank you.